Hello, residents of MeepleTown. This is Dean, and today we're looking at Camel Up. And I'll be honest, off the bat, I've not played the physical version of this game. However, I've been wanting to play it for a while, and so I picked up the app, and as a result, I have picked up the physical copy because I really have enjoyed my plays of this and think that this would be a really fun game to play with a group of people, and I will show you why. So the first thing I'm going to do is just jump into this game. I will play a new game, and I'll play average players on this, and we'll do 3 AI players. I'm going to just jump right into it. Now, I did turn the sound off of this because I did an original recording of this, and it was pretty loud, and you cannot control the audio on this except through your device, and so that could be an issue for some of you. For me, just playing the game is not an issue. However, recording means that I had to turn all of it off. So there's 4 things that you can do on your turn. You're trying to be the one with the most points at the end of the game. If you look at the top left-hand corner, it has your player as well as the other players that are playing. And on your turn, you can roll a die. And how that works is in the physical game, there are dice inside of the pyramid, and one of those will fall out matching the color of one of the camels, and then it will roll, and that will determine how many spaces the camel is going to move. Now, in this case, the blue one moved 1 space and just jumped from one camel stack to the other. Now, if I rolled a die and the orange one, or red one, I'm not really sure about that color. I think it's probably red. If I rolled that one, it would carry the other ones that are on top of it. And so that's the uniqueness of the game. So one thing you can do is roll the dice. The next thing is you can place an oasis or I'm not sure what the other one's called. I think it's a mirage. And what that will do is, actually, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to place it in this spot here. And what that's going to do is if a camel lands on that space, then with an oasis, the movement adds another space. So you move to the next spot. And you cannot place another mirage or an oasis directly next to those. And so it would just move into that empty space. Now, if it was a mirage, it would move backwards. Now, if anything lands on either one of those tiles, you're going to gain a coin if that was your tile that you placed out there. So that's the second thing you can do. Third thing you can do is to take one of those cards at the top, all the ones that have 5 on them. And what those do, they're going to determine, you're going to take those based on whichever camel you think is going to win this particular leg. A leg is, once all of the dice have been rolled, the leg is over, and whichever camel is farthest will be the one in the lead for that leg. And you get 5 points. In this case, if you're the first one to take, you get 5 points if you are the leader, and you will get 1 point if that camel that you pick to win or to be in the lead is in second place. And then you're actually going to lose a coin if you're in 3rd, 4th, or 5th place. And then the last thing you can do, and we won't do this for a while, but you can pick a winner, the overall winner. This is the camel that you think is going to win the entire race, be the first one to cross the finish line. And if you are the first one to pick that, you'll get 8 coins, and then it goes down incrementally from there. You can also pick the overall loser. Excuse me. And again, we're not going to do that for a while. But you'll see that in a little bit because I'll play through the entire thing. All right, now everyone has laid down one of those tiles, and I guess it probably makes sense for me just to roll a die because, unfortunately, those just skipped right over my oasis, which is not good. And, well, okay, so the only one that benefited out of that one is the one who was where it landed on their tile. Everything is stacked up, and so there's really not much to do right now because you don't really know how those things are going to move. Now, I mentioned that if the camels move into a space with other camels, then they stack on top. Now, if there was again, I think it's called a mirage. If the mirage was the tile that it landed on, that player will get a coin, but when it moves back, those camels will actually go underneath the camel that's behind it. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm not really sure what to do here, so I think I'm just going to throw out an oasis there and just kind of hope that something lands on it. The yellow one whiffed, which was not good. Looks like they'll kind of follow suit, and I think I'm just going to I'll roll a die. Well, that's unfortunate. Placed it in the wrong spot. I actually considered putting it in that spot. Probably would have made more sense. Excuse me. All right, now there's only one left, and it is blue. Now, I know that blue is going to win this race because they're going to move 1, 2, or 3 spaces, and they will also, they're the last one to move, so there's no way that they can lose this race. So I will take the blue card, and everyone else will do the exact same thing, except the player after that who takes the green one, because by taking the green one, you're going to get 1 coin. And so what I could do is take that green one. However, I might... Yeah, I'll do that. I thought about going ahead and taking the winner, picking the winner, and hoping that nobody would take it. Now, it's possible that the blue one is going to win right now. 1, 2, 3. They could roll a 3 and they would win. Now, if the green camel rolls a 2 before the blue goes, then it would then be in first place. So that changes things up a little bit. Oh boy. So I think what I'll do is put a tile there, which could shake things up a little bit. Now again, if the blue one, and the blue one will win the race, but do I want to pick the blue as the overall winner? Because again, they can roll a 3. So I think I'm just going to do that. It probably would make more sense for me to pick up that card at the top. But I'm going to be a little risky and think that, well, looks like they also bet on the overall winner. And it could bet on the overall loser. However, that's definitely not a guarantee that that will happen. So I think what I'll do is take that green tile, giving me a coin. This is a little tight race. Last one I played of this, I actually destroyed them. Now I did end up winning anyway because I was the overall winner there. That's going to give me 8 points, which will secure that spot for me. Barely. Now, this was a really close game, and I think several of these have been close. I don't think I've lost the game yet. I might be wrong about that. No. I've lost this game before. But I don't think the AI is super difficult, but what I do think this app does well is it gives you a good feel of how the game plays, and I've really enjoyed it. And again, for me, I want to test out games on apps sometimes and see, and I think this is a game that would be a lot of fun. Now, going into this, I've held off on playing Camel Up for so long because I've thought, oh, it's just randomly rolling dice and seeing where the camels go and betting on them. But it's not fully that. There's a lot of delaying of actions, and you don't necessarily want to be the one that rolls the die because that allows other players to have more information than what you have. So you want to try to delay actions. You're going to have to take some risk in this game in the things that you bet on for the legs and for the overall winner and loser. And each game does play out pretty differently. That was a pretty quick game. Some games will take longer legs than that, but overall, I've really enjoyed it. Again, I don't know if the app is amazing. I don't think it is amazing, but it is a lot of fun. I've enjoyed my plays, and for me, it accomplished what I set out to do, and that's to see if I like the game enough to pick it up, and I did. So that's going to do it for this video of Camel Up. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can reach us at MeepleTownGames.com. You can go to our social media sites, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at MeepleTown Games. You can also go to Board Game Geek Guild number 3407, and thanks for coming down to MeepleTown. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at MeepleTown Games, and connect with us on the MeepleTown Guild number 3407 at BoardGameGeek.com, and also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to MeepleTown.